Welcome back to TesLUCKY, the YouTube channel where you can follow the adventures of Lucky the Tesla. Today I called Tesla. I had 3 questions. One of them is a follow-up to our most recent software update video, which was V10.1 2020.4.1. I had some lack of success, I guess, for better words, in getting the voice commands to work with text messaging. And so that led me to call Tesla, and I had 2 other questions and a piece of feedback for them. So that's what I'm going to cover in today's video. But first, as it relates to our channel, if you already love Tesla, if you're thinking about buying a Tesla, or if you're just curious about electric vehicles in general, please subscribe to our channel, TesLUCKY. All of our videos are Tesla related. And click the bell for notifications so that you'll know when we post our future videos. We aim to post videos twice a week here on TesLUCKY. The thing that I was most excited about with that update was seeing that the voice commands had been brought to our older Tesla Model X. I'm going to put the specs up on the screen so that you can see we're 2016, we're Autopilot 1, we're MCU 1. Prior to this particular over-the-air software update, only one thing that I could do in my Ford Escape that I couldn't do in my Tesla Model X was to have my text messages read to me and to be able to respond verbally. I had Apple CarPlay in my Ford Escape, which was a service that I really, really loved. So when I saw that we were going to be able to do this now with the latest software update, I was so excited, and then it didn't work. So I called Tesla the very next day, and they actually put a ticket for me into what is called advanced vehicle support. They did a couple troubleshooting things with me over the phone, standard things about the settings and rebooting the touchscreen, and nothing worked. So they put in this ticket with the advanced vehicle support. And I got to tell you, I was a little bit skeptical, because I was like, well, how am I going to know when this works or not? Because they said that they would probably push a software update to my vehicle that I couldn't even see. Like, well, if I can't see it, then how do I know I got it? And I don't know. They basically said keep trying this function, and if in a week it's not working, then give us a call back. And sure enough, this was on it was on a Friday. It was like at the end of business, and there was this particular department, this advanced vehicle support department, did not work over the weekend. So it was going to be like Monday, Tuesday of the following week, before this before there was a possibility that this would work. And so then there was something in the settings that I'm going to show you that all of a sudden was working that didn't work before. Here, let me pull it up on the screen. When you tap on the Bluetooth icon up in the top corner, then you have the ability to have sync messages and chime on new message. And this was not, I was not able to turn these on before, and now I can. And I was very, very excited that it works. It works great, and I can now get notifications get a chime, a text message comes up on the screen behind the wheel, and I can listen and I can respond. I want to say it is about time, Tesla. I do feel that this was an area that Tesla needed to catch up, at least in my older Model X. I mean, maybe Model 3 drivers have been able to do this for a while, and they were just kind of catching up the older X's. I don't know, but I don't really care. I can do it today and in the future, and that's what I'm going to focus on. Really, really excited that Tesla was able to get this to work for Lucky. So there we have a new text message from my Princess Carly, and I can tap on the wheel right here and hear it.
My Princess Carly says, please tell the viewers of TesLUCKY that Carly says hello.
Isn't that cool? Oh, we have another message from Carly.
Carly also wants the viewers of TesLUCKY to subscribe and click the bell for notifications. Carly says all of our videos are Tesla related.
Okay, so question number 2 was relating to the Linq superchargers here in Las Vegas. I've just been very confused because, like, they keep popping in and out of service in the navigation system in the MCU in Lucky, and like literally, like one day they're open, the next day they're not, and then they're open the following day. And I've seen them in the past 2 or 3 months, like up and down, open and closed. They're doing a lot of construction around the Linq Hotel and the High Roller, and so I was just asking the Tesla representative if they had any information about if these superchargers have been going in and out of service because of the construction around them, or because they're trying to work on the technology of the superchargers themselves to make sure that they're charging to the full V3 capability, or the solar panels working well. And unfortunately, the representative at Tesla said that they don't have any information about specific superchargers to share. So my theory is that it's relating to the construction and not the chargers themselves. But if anyone watching from the Las Vegas area, or anyone with any additional information relating to these superchargers here in Las Vegas, or just the concept of why a supercharger would go in and open and close in and out of service like so often. Have you seen this in any other markets around the U.S.? I would definitely be interested in having dialogue with the viewers of TesLUCKY in the comments about this topic. So the third question is relating to the streaming music that is in the MCU. From a music perspective in Lucky, I can listen to music, download it on my phone, playlists, full albums, whatever, through the Bluetooth. Then I also have 3 options within the Tesla. I have Spotify and TuneIn. If you have accounts to those streaming media services, that you can play your accounts in the car. Very convenient, I'm sure, to a lot of Tesla drivers. And then you have an option that just says streaming, which is basically free streaming for the life of the Tesla. And I have been very pleased with the selection of songs and artists in streaming, and I've enjoyed listening to some of the preset radio channels that are within this streaming service. And you can pick an artist or pick a song and, have like a radio station, created like around that particular style of music, that particular artist. I have really enjoyed those. But I was confused about something with this service, because when you go into this music feature on the phone and you tap on any music and then you search for a particular artist, for example, Train, one of my favorite bands, Train, and then it shows the artist and then it shows the album. And when you click on Train, it's like all their albums come up. And I was telling a friend of mine about how they did a remake song by song of Led Zeppelin 2 album, and I scrolled to find it, and I was so excited to see that this album was there. But when I tapped on it, it basically played one song from that album and then went back to the whole Train radio concept, and I couldn't figure out how to play the album. So I asked Tesla about this, and unfortunately there is no way to quote unquote play that full album within the streaming service. I learned that this streaming service is provided by a service called, what is it called? It was called Slacker. Let me pull this up here. It's called Yeah, slacker. What a name for a service. That's almost as bad as like Terrible's like car wash. If you pay if you pay whatever the fee is for Slacker Premium, then you can create playlists in Slacker. But there is no way within the Slacker service to listen to a full album. So I didn't have this album loaded into my phone, or I would have played it there. And I just think it's kind of weird. Like, I get the concept of pick an artist or an individual song and create a radio station around that song, and I love that concept. I do that a lot. But when you tap on a full album, I mean, creating a radio station around a full album as opposed to just listening to that album right then and there, I don't get that decision as it relates to the functionality, the UI options within the Slacker streaming media. I just don't get that. In fact, I don't get it so much that I'm going to give some feedback to Tesla on this topic, and hopefully they'll pass the feedback on to Slacker. And feedback is my last topic of this today. I called Tesla video. So after I asked my 3 questions, I did have a question that was sort of in the form of feedback from a viewer on our channel, left in the comments on one of our videos. So I'm going to go ahead and put this comment up on the screen. You can see here that Vic O asked the question, have a Model 3 compatibility mode on Model S and X so that double down shift lever action will bring up full self-driving, and also the steering wheel fan speed thumb wheel would now control cruise speed. This would be of use to those Tesla owners who have an S or X and a Model 3. So I did read this question verbatim to Tesla while I was on the phone with them, and they said that there is no way currently to make that happen, but they suggested that I provide this feedback. So in the past, when I've talked to Tesla, they have talked about the suggestion box, and they've said that they would put my request into the suggestion box. Like, for example, I requested that when you publish artwork in the MCU, that there should be some sort of like website where we can see it and view it. So I put that in the suggestion box via Tesla representative a few weeks ago. But this time, the Tesla representative said it's best for me to directly send the feedback to Tesla in my own words. And they said that feedback@tesla.com is the best email address to use for Tesla drivers to give feedback directly to Tesla. And I know I have heard Tesla Joy say this a number of times in her videos, that Tesla is listening to its drivers, that Tesla is a type of company that takes feedback. I mean, we all know that every now and then Elon reads a tweet and comments about it. It could be something with like the windshield wipers, and like, Elon will tweet about it or forward it to engineering or, something of that nature. So now, as Tesla drivers, I wanted to share this with all the viewers of TesLUCKY. Please forward this to other Tesla drivers that feedback@tesla.com. Let's all start using this email address to share our thoughts about the Tesla driving experience so that Tesla can continue to make the driving experience more and more wonderful, and that stock price of Tesla can just continue to go up and up. I don't actually own any stock in Tesla anymore. I had some stock in Tesla, sold it at around $300 to get the down payment to buy this wonderful vehicle. I thought it was a good decision to sell my Tesla stock to actually buy a Tesla. But of course now, like a lot of people, I wish I still had those shares. But anyway, congratulations to Tesla on the amazing surge in the stock price since the earnings. Thank you for everything you do, Tesla, to make the driving experience so wonderful. And the customer service experience is just continuing to get better and better. When you call the Tesla phone number with questions, I had very little hold time, which has been more the norm of the last couple of months. So that's the information I have to share today. Thank you for for watching TesLUCKY. Safe travels to you in your Tesla, even though you cannot listen to a full train album with the Slacker streaming media. I hope that you'll have a good day despite this. Listen to some voice messages or text messages via voice control. That's going to cheer me up for sure. Thanks for watching. Bye.